Nintendo might be one of the internet's favorite punching bags. All because, surprise, surprise, as a company, they want to earn money and don't like people using their shit for free. With the Pokemon Uranium and AM2R takedowns earlier in the year, and then the Pokemon Prism cease and desist in mid-December, along with the fact that they don't like people using their games for Let's Plays, they haven't endeared themselves to a community of people who feel they should be allowed to use whatever they want for free because Nintendo already has enough money to choke a Yoshi. So, you will not be surprised to hear that Nintendo is also facing a lot of flack for the way that they handled the release of Super Mario Run, the first Mario game to ever be available on a non-Nintendo platform. As long as you don't count Donkey Kong, Hotel Mario, Mario is Missing, or Mario Teaches Typing. Nintendo, constantly seen as a company way behind the times, released Super Mario Run the exact same way Wolfenstein 3D was released back in 1992. No, not on floppy disk, but by giving away the first few levels for free, then telling you that you have to pay a one-time flat fee to play the entire game. Super Mario Run costs $9.99 US, $13.99 Canadian. This has led to a very high percentage of one-star reviews on the Apple App Store, with such eloquent critiques as, "This is not free game," and "You have to pay. No way." One person refers to it as a scam. Did you know it's now a scam to let someone try something for free, and then if they like it, ask them to pay for the full experience? You know how Baskin-Robbins lets you try a sample of ice cream to see if you want it? Fucking scam! They should just give you all the ice cream for free. But the reason people feel this way is because this is how mobile game developers do business now. Games and apps used to cost money. Then they got cheaper and cheaper until they were free, with revenue generated by ads or in-app purchases by a small percentage of the players supporting all the moochers. Americans hate the idea of socialized healthcare, but seem to be fine with the idea of socialized video gaming. But to better understand this, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there were 3 prostitutes: Mandy, Candy, and Sandy. They all worked in the same brothel. Mandy was the youngest and had only been a prostitute for a few months. Candy was a little older and had a couple years' experience under her skirt. And Sandy was the oldest, most experienced, and was known for being the best. So one day, Sandy had a client up in her room. He wanted a blowjob. Sandy said, "Sure thing, stud. That'll be $100. The guy said, $100? But I was here last week and Mandy gave me head for $20. Sandy replied, "Well, I'm much better than Mandy. She's only been doing this for a few months, and I heard from other customers that Mandy's BJs are kinda toothy." And the guy responded with, "I don't care, it was only $20. Never mind, I'll just go see if she's in." Later on, Sandy confronted Mandy. "What the fuck, you stupid bitch? Why are you giving blowies away for $20? You know everyone charges $100 around here." Mandy said, "I'm so sorry, but I couldn't make rent and no one wanted to see me. Everyone kept asking for you or Candy, so I told a guy I'd give him a Hummer for $20. Sandy said, "Well, great. You fucked us all now. Now word's gonna get out and no one's gonna pay $100 for a blowjob anymore," and stormed out of the room. The next day, Sandy had another client up in her room. This one wanted to fuck her. "Sure thing, sexy. That'll be $200. The guy said, $200? But I was here 3 days ago and Candy let me fuck her for $50. An annoyed Sandy replied, "Well, I'm not Candy, and I guarantee I'm a better lay than that bony little meth addict." The guy responded, "I'll bet you are, but I'd rather not pay $200 when I can get it for $50. So again, later on, Sandy confronted Candy. "Fuck you doing, you dumb whore? Fucking guys for $50? Everyone here charges $200, that's the deal." And Candy tearfully replied, "I know, but I couldn't afford to pay my electric bill, and this guy said $50 was all he had, and I couldn't blow him for it because Mandy's giving those out for $20, so I fucked him for it." And Sandy said, "Good job, now word's gonna get around, and no one's gonna pay $200 to get fucked anymore," and stormed out. A couple days later, Sandy had another client up in her room. He wanted a blowjob. "Fuck, well, I guess that's $20. "20? Said the guy. "I was in here a couple days ago and Mandy said she'd suck my dick once a day for free. But if I wanted to come a second time or fuck her, I had to pay." Sandy said, Well, get the fuck out and let Mandy drag her teeth along your limp dick for free, 'cause I ain't fucking doing that. Sandy later confronted Mandy and said, "Are you fucking serious? What is your fucking problem?" "Well, once you and Candy lowered your prices to mine, no one wanted to see me again, so I had to get them in my room somehow. I wasn't making any money." And Sandy was so furious she just stormed out without saying a word. And the next day, there was a lineup of guys around the block waiting to get free subpar blowjobs. Sandy got called a greedy whore by every guy that she wouldn't blow for free. And all the girls at the brothel had to work 3 or 4 times as hard. And although a few of them eventually made a lot of money, most of them, especially the good ones, made less than if the brothel had stuck to its original pricing. And they all lived miserably ever after. The end. Now, of course, someone will likely point to Supercell's billions of earnings from its mobile games like Clash of Clans, or even the amount of money that Niantic made off a different Nintendo property, Pokemon Go, as counters to this story. They're the exceptions, not the rule. There are way more games that don't make very much money than do. Even if you look at the top 10 mobile games earnings, number 10 on that list is Slotomania, making $186,000 a day. In a year, they make nearly $68 million. The 20th best-selling video game of 2015 was Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, a game that sold $179 million worth on release, and apparently went on to sell 6 million copies in its first few months, which is $60 a pop, is $360 million, earning more money than Mobile Strike, the 4th highest earning mobile game as of October 2016. Yeah, but it cost $80 million to make Metal Gear Solid. So they earned $280 mil. Boo-hoo. Even if Mobile Strike cost $1 to make, that means it earned them $251,950,374. Still less than the 20th best-selling video game, meaning 19 more video games made even more money than that. And I'm not defending Nintendo. $10 for a mobile runner game might just be too high. Even one you get to play as much as you want without additional microtransactions or time gates or anything like that. Personally, I wouldn't pay it, and I've played a shitload of Mario games. But I also wouldn't give a game a 1-star rating because of it. It's like saying, oh, an Audi TT is a 1-star car because it's more expensive than a Honda Fit, which will get me from point A to point B just as easily. Oh, by the way, I never actually really drove an Audi TT. I just saw one once, and I saw its price tag. But if Nintendo feels that it's roughly 1/6 to a quarter of the content of a regular Mario game that costs $60 at launch on a console or $40 on a handheld, well, that's their decision to make it cost $10. And no matter what your argument is about mobile gaming versus console gaming and costs versus earnings, or how you, a person who won't make in a lifetime what Nintendo made in the time it took you to watch this video, know how Nintendo could have made more money if they had followed the freemium business model, none of it matters, because this is about people complaining that a video game isn't free. And you're not fucking entitled to anything. You want a free game? There's tens of thousands of them on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. This business model has made sure of that, since every shithead with half a computer science degree and their brother is working away in their basement hoping to make the next game of war. But keep giving 1-star reviews. Keep making sure the market is plugged up with these broken, time-gated, grindy games that aren't fun at all and a complete chore to play unless, of course, you pay way more than $10 over a long enough period of time. The world said, we're fine with toothy, unsatisfying blowjobs from people with chapped lips and dry mouths, just as long as we're getting blown and we don't gotta pay for it. And the mobile gaming industry opened its mouth nice and wide for you.